Hey, everybody, welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And it is November 28th, 2025. I hope your turkey was good, your ham was good, whatever it is that you made, that your bird was good. I have two turkeys myself backstage that are waiting to come out and have a few things to say. I'm really excited about tonight launching our new merchandise, you guys, with Jeff B. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some headlines and what's been going on as well. But for the most part, we are just going to take it easy, have some fun, go over our merchandise, have some call-ins. We want to hear how your Thanksgiving was and how you guys are feeling as we head into Christmas, not far around the corner. And it was a good Thanksgiving. So I will talk to you guys in a moment. We're going to come back with the two turkeys after this brief little moment. We're going to watch the wings for a second. Gobble, gobble.
Hey.
I can do my
It's
turkey
all
call.
fun and games till somebody loses an eye.
Right? How is everybody?
I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful turkey day yesterday. And most importantly, I hope that you guys had the opportunity to spend time with your family, your loved ones, your significant others, friends, neighbors, or maybe some of you might have invited somebody who didn't have a place to go for Thanksgiving. And if you did, God bless you for that, because we need to take care of our brothers and sisters out there. So, tonight is going to be kind of laid back. I know Jeff has some things that he probably wants to talk about. We're going to give him that opportunity. I want to open the phone lines up tonight for anybody who might want to call in and just tell us what you're grateful for. And I will ask Jeff and Tammy what they're grateful for here in a little while too, so they can think about it. They'll have time to think about it. And yeah, we're going to drop a QR code for you guys for merchandise so that you guys can go to the store if you choose to. And Christmas right around the corner. So if you guys want to grab some merch for Christmas gifts, you can do that. And just so the mods know, I did email the mods the QR code. And I think Jeff said from now until Tuesday, if you use the promo code LWN20, you get 20% off from now until Tuesday. So thank you for doing that, Jeff.
Yep, no problem.
So how was your turkey day, Jeff B? Jeff B? Maybe he can't hear us. Uh-oh.
You there, Jeff?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Can he not hear me?
I don't think he can hear you, Tammy.
Oh, burn it. Oh, he went out and he's going to come back in. But I'll talk about my Thanksgiving. I hosted Thanksgiving, and I'll tell you what, everything came out great. The turkey, the pies, everything. So I had a really good time. Everybody did. It was a great meal. We ate leftovers, of course, that night, later that night, and then the next day. So it was pretty good and very peaceful, very nice weather, and it was great. Jeff B., can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. How was your Thanksgiving is what I was saying.
Oh, yeah, I'm still full.
My problem is I go in the fridge and I keep picking and repicking. Like I grab a couple more pieces of cold turkey and it's nonstop. We had the smoked turkey, and I love smoked turkey, and it was fantastic. It wasn't dry. It was perfect.
Yeah, we just had regular turkey and ham and yeah, all the other good stuff that goes with it.
So what's your favorite I guess meal or side or dish for Thanksgiving?
Either sweet potatoes or dressing.
Okay, Tammy, how about you?
I am going to say I love the mac and cheese. My daughter has perfected homemade from scratch with the roux and everything mac and cheese, and it is amazing. So that is my side favorite. How about you?
I was really excited about the smoked turkey that I did this year, so that one was really good. But the mashed potatoes were really good this year, and I usually love the mashed potatoes. Like that's always something I go in for seconds is the potatoes. This year, for some reason, they were really good. Now, last year, I made the mashed potatoes, and it was funny because I started making them, and I wasn't paying attention to, Tammy, you can tell me, the sticks of butter, how much per stick? Is that like half a cup, right? It's like half a cup per stick?
I put a whole stick in on 5 pounds of potatoes, and mine were fantastic. Also, sour cream, LW. You got to add sour cream.
Well, I put other things in it too, and I won't tell everybody what that is because it's my secret recipe. But I actually put 2 cups of butter into the mashed potatoes last year, and everybody's like, "Man, these are really good mashed potatoes." Yeah, because of all the high cholesterol, man. I was only supposed to put 1 cup in, and I ended up putting 2 in there, and that was the most buttery mashed potatoes they've ever had, and they thought it was the best thing ever. So.
Until it got cold and everything coagulated, right? The butter rehardened inside the mashed potatoes.
It was a lot of butter. I'm telling you. Outlandish Patriot, 2 cups. Yeah, 2 cups of butter. Like I put 4 sticks. So I thought they were only a quarter. So I was going to put 1 cup in. I thought they were quarter cup a stick, and they were half a cup. And I ended up putting 4 of those sticks in there, and that was a lot.
Oh, Linda, he did 2 cups.
4 sticks, which is 2 cups, right?
Yeah, 1 stick is plenty, but hey, it's okay if everybody liked the taters. That's all that matters. But
He says sour cream is the key to mashed potatoes. I totally agree.
And I don't like sour cream at all. But when you add them to mashed potatoes, obviously it creams them out, and obviously you add other flavorings and stuff like that. But you have to have that perfect smooth goodness of the mashed potatoes to make a little hole in there and fill it with gravy and corn. That's what I do.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask chat real quick, everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching and wants to participate, and then we're going to go back to Jeff. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite dish for Thanksgiving? And here's another question. Is it a family recipe? Did your great-grandma make the mashed potatoes or the turkey or the stuffing a certain way? I'd like to see your guys' comments there in chat. So what is your favorite side, your favorite dish for Thanksgiving, and is there a family recipe connected to that? Jeff B., does your mom do much of the cooking anymore for Thanksgiving? And the reason why I ask is because, I'm 51, and once you get up to a certain age, it seems like grandma passes down control, which is hard for them to do. The
yes.
Matriarch is very hard for the matriarch to give the reins to their daughter or daughter-in-law or whatever. But I'm noticing in the last few years that has been passed down to my generation. And so, Jeff, my question is, has your mom handed the torch off, or has she never had the torch? Was there always someone else in your family that really ran Thanksgiving for you, or do you have a sister that does it? Did we lose him again?
No, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. You can hear me.
Okay. Well, my sister, she lives out of state, so she does her own gig with her family. But yeah, it's mom. I don't go. My culinary art stops at the toaster.
That's okay.
Pop-Tarts or Lego My Ego, Jeff?
Yeah. Anything you be put in that slot and cooked, I'm game.
I'm telling you, John H. says in here, I make salted caramels with honey from my hives. I'm all about that. I'm a caramel fanatic. I love caramel stuff. That sounds really good.
That sounds good.
And you know what, Jeff B., I have to say, admit that my culinary skills have only been established the last couple years because I worked so much. I swear my husband cooked a lot more than me because of the hours. But now that I'm retired, I'm telling you, they've improved a lot. My son and daughter will actually eat my food and enjoy it, where my husband just did it so I didn't feel bad before. And that's the honest to God truth. But I really enjoy cooking. I really
Well,
do.
well, at least you didn't kill him.
No, he's actually a very strong man, that's for sure.
Stuffing and cornbread pudding.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. I'm reading some of these comments, and everybody's got a favorite, and everybody's got something that's been passed down from generation. I saw somebody in there, I think, I can't remember who it was. Somebody said that their grandma's cranberry sauce was passed down. I can't remember who said that, but I had some of that yesterday too. That had been passed down. A cranberry. It wasn't like a jelly, and some people didn't like it because of the texture, because they're so used to the cranberries that come out of the can.
Mm-hmm.
And this was different, but it tastes like cranberry sauce. I loved it, and it was passed down. Now, I know some families have sourdough rolls that they do for Thanksgiving, and some of that sourdough starter has gone all the way back to the Civil War, Tammy. It's like 150 years old.
Wow.
Sourdough starter. That
Wow.
is some old stuff right there.
Yeah. Making bread from scratch is really a thing on TikTok in these days, but I haven't attempted that. But boy, the people that do make it looks good. They always take the knife and scrape on the outside of the crust that's so hard, and then they squish it like this, and the inside is so soft. And, I'm a cheese and bread fanatic. So God forbid someday if I'm not allowed to have those, I'm going to be really upset, because I could live on that stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's what I think I want to do next, Tammy.
Okay.
I think we're going to go ahead and put Jeff's QR code up on screen.
Woohoo!
And then let Jeff talk about the merch real quick, and I'll even pull the website up, and we'll scroll through a few things real quick, and then I think we'll turn it over to Jeff and let him talk about some of the stuff that's going on right now, and then I'll open up the phone lines and let people call in and give us your best memory of Thanksgiving, something that you're grateful for this year for Thanksgiving or whatnot, and that'll kind of be the roadmap for tonight's show. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen with the QR code for everybody, and turn it over to Jeff and you, and let you guys talk about the merch.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All I know is the prices are good, and it's fun, and it's going to be, having the military badge is a big deal, because we weren't allowed, nobody would do the military badges, and Jeff B. is doing the military badges. War Machine is still behind the scenes. You guys remember War Machine? He's been with LW since the very beginning, with graphics, videos, and the design of these t-shirts as well. So he's still there working on stuff as well with all of us, and it's just really wonderful. I think that the variety of colors, the variety of styles that you're able to do is simply amazing. And Jeff B., this is what he does for a living. So I think that it's incredible that he decided to team up with us and go ahead and do this.
Absolutely. Jeff?
Yeah, so we got the bulk of the stuff up on the web store now. War Machine did get us some new stuff this evening, so we'll be putting that on the sandbox tomorrow, and then once we get it built out, we'll be adding more and more merchandise. So we're doing the t-shirts. I think in our last count this afternoon, we had 12,000 variations.
Whoa!
Of shirts.
Nice.
So our next step will be the hoodies, and that we're deciding on whether, because every shirt with every image, so we had to do 12,000 images, So what we may do with hoodies to get them up quicker is just allow you to select the hoodie that you want, and then what badge that you want on it. So, and if you guys aren't able, if you're using your phone and you can't do the QR code, so it's doubletopsigns.com, and that's where you can. We have yeah, yeah, we have we'll have a mailing list. So anytime LW launches new stuff, or once we get more stuff added up to there, um, we'll be able to notify you. So the normal turnaround is because everything will be made to order. Um, so normal turnaround will be about 24 to 48 hours to get the product pressed and get your tracking number, and you'll be emailed your tracking number and everything, so you'll know exactly where we're at in the process of getting the product out. And then if there's something,
here's the website, folks. And here's a couple of the new T-shirts that War Machine created for us in the last week. And one thing real quick about War Machine, can we please put him and his family on your prayer request right now? They're just going through some things. I'm not going to tell anybody what their business is, but they could really use some prayer right now. So if you guys could please put him on your prayer chain and his family, that would greatly be appreciated. The prices for these T-shirts are $16.99. It's a great price point. It's cheaper than what we did before. I think they're around $23 to $24 at the other shop. So Jeff is really trying to do us a solid by making these affordable for anyone and everyone. There are some new ones. There are the old ones. And like Tammy said at the beginning, we, for the first time, are able to offer the military badged T-shirts that we were never able to offer before. So that's pretty important for some of you guys, and I think that's really cool. And this was actually our original badge that War Machine and I first started with right there. And we threw that one in there because it's just kind of funky. And I think this one was the second one we came up with before we came up with the original. So there's some different T-shirts in there. Like I said, the military ones, here's the Navy SEAL. And I don't know. That's the web page. That's the price. It's $17 roughly. And like Jeff said, there are lots and lots and lots of options. I guess my question for Jeff is this. When it comes to, because I had one of our viewers ask this question to me after we put this out the other day. When it comes to and I know Tammy can elaborate on this too. When it comes to women's tees, Jeff, do they have the option of the V-neck and tighter? I don't know if it's called tighter fit. Maybe Tammy could say more about it. But women like their T-shirts to fit a certain way. So is that available? I guess is my question.
Yeah, that's over in the sandbox. So we're working with one of our manufacturers and distributors. They're sending us over the ladies' shirt. So once, and we should have that probably by tomorrow morning. We'll have the image package, and we'll be putting that up there. And if there's anything that you guys want that you don't see, there'll be no like special charge to have something done. We can definitely help out and get you what you need.
Well, with women, it's true to size means it fits kind of snug, which this shirt I have on is like, it's kind of snug, but there's also loose fit. So loose fit, and you can also size up. If you want to size up for it to fit a little bigger or looser, you can do that as well. That's what I usually do with stuff. If you want the tighter fit or surrounds your body and it's a normal fit, you order the size you normally would order. But like I said, things that say that they're true to size fit kind of snug. So if you don't like that, you go up a size. If it's oversized, you want to order your normal size. You don't go up a size with oversized, right, Jeff, with your stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's the same as
Yeah.
on the men's side of the house. I personally haven't started buying women's clothing yet, but
Oh, why not? You got to get
well,
up with the trends, modern times. And yes, we will have long sleeve shirts eventually as well, right, Jeff B?
yeah, yep, yeah, we should have that probably within, a few days. We'll have those up there as well.
And are they cotton? There's all different, isn't there?
Yeah, there's, I think you have 50/50, you have 100%, you have dry fit, so there's all kinds of options.
Yeah, which is good. So you guys make sure when you order something, you read the description, because the dry fit is when you work out, it pulls the sweat and perspiration away from you, or if you're going to wear it outside hiking or whatever, you want the dry fit. Obviously, they have, like Jeff just said, cotton or 50/50. There's all the different options that you do have. So make sure when you click on something, you read the description and it'll tell you what kind of fabric it is. And Linda, you're more than welcome. But go ahead.
Grab the link here real quick.
Yeah.
And drop it in chat, because I know the mods are trying to find it too, so I'm trying to get this for you guys. Here is the link. That should get you to the website. So.
And we're going to have mugs, we're going to have hats, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, we'll get there. Coffee mugs, tumblers, a variety of things. All right, well.
Good deal.
I think we covered that. So let's go to Jeff B. And there's some stuff that he'd like to talk about tonight, and then we'll open up the phone lines. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead, Tammy.
Well, I was going to say, I know that you probably talk about this, but I want to bring up, obviously, the 2 National Guards that were shot, unfortunately, right near D.C., and the one beautiful young lady, Sarah, who passed away, unfortunately, but we're still keeping in prayers the other one who is in critical condition. Trump has come out and said things about it, saying this shouldn't happen, blah, 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 and that's true, but hindsight is always 50/50. I want to know what it's going to take for people to say, enough is enough. Let's get all these illegals out of here. This guy has 5 children and a wife, and he was holed up in a very expensive apartment with his family. Apartments that people like us were on a wait list for years, and he's in there. And that's how he thanked the United States of America for putting him and his family up in this nice apartment, was by doing what he did. So I think enough is enough. We are godly, believing people. However, justice needs to be served, and God doesn't say we always take it on the back. He says you need to stand up when you need to stand up. So my thing is, when are we just going to stand up and have the president and all his people do what needs to be done and eradicate all of this and get them out and not tolerate it? Now, Trump did say he's going to pay high consequences, but I want the consequences to be paid before anybody else is harmed. And I just wanted to put that out there to pray, because I don't think this is the last time it's going to happen. I believe that it's just the beginning of what all these different cells are out there. And Jeff, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that unfortunately there's many out there that are just waiting for the go sign to be able to do more of what has just been done.
Yeah, I definitely think this is just the beginning. I know there was some raids that were done this morning, because as they started to pull this potato back, one of the guys that I know said that they had a meeting with the National Security Council and the intelligence agencies, and Ratcliffe said that they were starting to pull the thread on some of this. And the amazing thing about this is the U.S. government was actually paying this guy $5,000 a month.
See? See?
Jeez.
What the heck?
And yeah, it's I mean, I understand why we afforded him the opportunity to come to this country because he helped Allied forces. But now they're going to have to start pulling the thread to see what other connections that he has and what terrorist cells, if any, that he's intertwined with. And I'm sure it's going to be very, very widespreading. And I truly believe this is just the beginning, and this is a test run to see um, how what all they can get away with. Because I look for IEDs, I look for clack devices. They're going, especially as we get towards Christmas. They're going to want to instill panic. Um, so it's going to be a rough period. But from what I was told this morning, there's going to be another national emergency order that's going to come out of the White House because after President Trump talked to the girl's family, I was told that there was a lot of yelling and screaming going on in that Oval Office. So,
Well, this is the other question I have. If I don't know if you or LW heard this, but Kash Patel apparently is on very thin ice with Trump and other people, and there's rumors that he is going to be out within a month or so, and he's going to be replaced by somebody that's already in there. I forget what the guy's name is, but apparently he's under fire. Now, I don't know if that's just rumor or if that's true, but I do know that we as the people haven't really been impressed with him or Pam Bondi. So obviously in the new year, I heard that they are, the administration, Trump will go through and eliminate some people and bring new people in because it's been X amount of months or whatever. So those two may be on the chopping block, but Trump still toots Bondi's horn. And, I don't know. There's just a lot going on out there that seems to be telling us what they say that they're doing and what we may want to hear, but then there's no action. And I always say that words are cheap and easy. If you're naive, it's action what matters. And I know there's processes to be followed, but we just keep getting told so many things. First, there's Epstein files on the desk. Then there's no Epstein files. Then Trump is saying, why are we still worried about that when this and this is going on? And it's not just that. We're still getting like the runaround with government officials. No matter what Trump says, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene just quit. So, I mean, there's just a lot of crap being flung in every direction, and I'm not very optimistic about it.
well, I'm not too sure about the Kash Patel or Pam Bondi. And with Kash Patel, I find it interesting. Yesterday, he had the Punisher skull on his sleeve.
I didn't
Um,
see that.
yeah, he had a JTTF patch, which is Joint Terrorism Task Force. And then I believe it was on his right sleeve, he had the Punisher skull. Um, I never thought about this till I had a conversation with somebody this morning. Um, it may be they are not allowed to do too much right now. And the way it was presented to me was if the military has all of this, then they may be limited on what they're allowed to do right now. And I never even thought about it from that perspective. Um, but hypothetically, and I can't say if this has happened or not, but if the Insurrection Act was invoked, that would limit their ability to really do anything.
I don't know. It just
We've talked about the Insurrection Act being invoked, and a lot of people are in the belief that it has been enacted, and that there's certain things that can and cannot be done. I definitely believe it's possible. I don't have any inside information, but I know that Trump definitely was leaning hard that way. And if you start thinking about the left and all the stuff that just happened in the last 48 hours about, and it's coming out and has been coming out, but they did an interview with Mad Cow and was whining and crying, saying that they didn't really mean anything about the comments that they made about the military denying Trump's orders, and all that stuff has been coming out for the last 48 hours pretty heavy after Mad Cow did the interviews with them. If you want to look at that and Trump put that into place, is he going to exercise that? I don't know, but it's definitely something that I think is possible.
Well, yeah, and I think that Senator Kelly was on, was it Jimmy Kimmel? And they were laughing about it like it was no big deal, and
Big deal, but they still talk about Trump and J6.
correct. Correct. I mean, I definitely foresee something, something's going to happen, because I think even Trump's base is getting tired of hearing the same old nonsense over and over again. And, could Senator Kelly be the example? It's possible. I would say yes, but then, I think we've all been disappointed in so many people being able to walk and, to go off scot free. And, now they just, I think it was, I don't know, about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, there was a press release to where they were able to link the money that was funding this guy is part of the Soros Foundation.
Oh, surprise, surprise, not.
Right. So, I just find it, yeah, there's something in the works, something coming down the pike because of all the quick reaction forces that have been ordered to be formed. And you're not getting much pushback from the governors anymore. So my personal belief is these governors have been, basically told to, pump the brakes, because it's going to get very, very, very interesting really quick.
Okay, so this. Oh, go ahead, LW.
I want to ask Jeff a question. I'll ask both of you the question, but I see the comment from Doc P, and it says 5-6 years of the snipe hunt, shit or get off the pot, and I think a lot of people feel that way. So as I'm listening to Jeff talk, and Tammy, you and I have this conversation almost daily about how we get frustrated with this stuff and what's really going on. Is Trump playing games? Blah 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 blah. We go down a lot of different trails on this thing. But here's something that I just kind of thought about when Jeff was saying this. What if, and some of these comments in here are about Trump's tired of the incompetence around him. There's rumors of Kash Patel. There's rumors of Bondi. And the Epstein files isn't being delivered and all this stuff. So just for 1 second, if I give Trump a pass and say, okay, he's there trying to do his job, but how would you feel, Jeff, and how would you respond, and how would you deal with if you were in Trump's shoes right now? You came in, you're wanting to make some major changes, major shifts, but even your second term, you still have people who are advising you who they don't have the best intentions for America. There's so much incompetence around you. You're working your tail off for 18, 20 something hours a day trying to get stuff done. Is there a breaking point even for Trump where he just is so exhausted of fighting the left and the right and the media and everyone else, and you got incompetence, and this hasn't been done like you asked for it to be done? And I mean, you run a company, I've run companies, and do you get to a point where you're just sitting there thinking, you know what? Damn, did I make another mistake by doing this again? Like, nothing that I said was going to get done is getting done. And like Doc P said, here we are, Ukraine war still going on. And he said he was going to end that day one, and that hasn't happened yet. Like there's some unfulfilled things that he said was going to happen that hasn't happened yet. Do you get to a point as Trump where you're just like almost want to throw your hands up and say, I need a drink? I mean, again, I'm giving Trump a pass here and just trying to be in his shoes for a moment and looking at everything around me and all the stuff that's happening and stuff that hasn't happened. And do you get fed up with it, I guess, is the question.
Okay.
Go with
I'll
Jeff.
start because Jeff has like the inside scoop. So I'm going to give the scoop as far as like a normal person information. I look at it as this. I trusted him. I voted for him. I believe he's out there kicking ass and he works hard every day for years and years and years. He definitely has. He did what he said he was going to do. He's signing all these executive orders. Now, did he solve the Russia-Ukraine war? No. But that's not something you can wave a wand and do. He has tried. He has put a lot of effort into it. There's more negotiations. Believe me, if we could control everybody and make them good, life would be much better. But he can't do that. My thing is with him, I would say yes. I would be so frustrated of finding out of the backstabbers that I have that are right next to me that I thought were in it to win it for America. I would be so frustrated that everything I put out there is critiqued to every single moment. He can't even stumble up the Air Force One stairs because God forbid if he does, people are going to just take that and run with it like he's incompetent and everything else while giving Biden a pass. So Trump, yeah, he's determined and he doesn't like losing. That's what I love about Trump. I would be frustrated, but I wouldn't give up. He's not a quitter. So we have that as well. And then Jeff can take from there. But I just think that it's got to be very frustrating for him.
Well, I hear so many people that commentators per se that says, well, he's limited in the power of the presidency. My issue is with this. The president of the United States can order a lot of stuff to be done. And I think there's going to come a breaking point where he's just going to have to say enough's enough. He's going to have to notify the director of the U.S. Secret Service, director of the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, say, okay, the gloves come off. And I think after this incident that happened Wednesday, that he's reaching that point, because I was told this morning that there was another revision to this national emergency that is supposedly that's going to come out. And I think it's because this morning they had people celebrating in Dearborn, Michigan, when it was announced that this soldier had passed away.
Horrible.
That's an issue. And even on some of the channels on YouTube, some of the people in those chats were, this is the president's fault. It's nobody's fault but an ideology. The last administration let all these people in. And oddly enough, this morning there was somebody that came into the showroom that was up here from Miami. And we were talking because I was like, what the hell are you doing up here? I mean, it's snowing here now. And he was like, yeah, I can't wait to go back. But he just retired from Atlas Air, which was the company that the U.S. government was using to transport all these illegals into the country. And we were talking about certain places that in common that we both have been to. And I asked him, I said, hey, have you ever been down to Guantanamo Bay? And he just laughed and he goes, yeah, we'd run supplies down there all the time. And I said, do you ever see anything interesting down there? And he goes, when we would fly in and they would unload whatever cargo that we were hauling. He goes, every once in a while you'd see a a Gulfstream come in and somebody that has a burlap sack over their head. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh
Oh.
boy. And I said, boy, the stories I could tell
English
you.
conservative Cowboys question as well, please.
uh
It's there on the screen.
all about the peds. Yeah, I think there's a lot of this stuff that's in play. uh here's the thing that, as a commander in chief, that I hold with Trump is he as many outrageous things that he has said. There hasn't been one outrageous thing that he hasn't said that either hasn't come true or they've been able to prove him in a lie.
Okay, well, if you're speaking of that, that just falls in. Jeff B, I swear that you read my mind sometimes. Look at what he just posted 5 hours ago.
Boy, here we go. That's crazy.
So are you telling me because he posted this himself and he says Trumplicans, not Republicans, not MAGA, Trumplicans, and he posts this himself of holding a sign for 2028, that's a possibility when not long ago he said that was not going to happen?
Well, look, I there are. It hasn't been the first time that this has been done in our country, that a president has served more than 2 terms. Now, I've been saying for years there's going to come a point in time to where there's going to be a constitutional issue. I think it was this morning, Trump just voided 92% of Joe Biden's pardons.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing that come down. He said, yeah, he wiped. Yes, that's
And the White House legal counsel, I was told this morning, are now going through all the executive orders.
yep.
And if Trump comes out with this national emergency, which I've been told has been drafted, and it's going to be a multi-layer national emergency, this may pause everything, because I've been told everybody now. I can't confirm this. This is just 2 individuals that have told me that everyone more than likely is going to have to re-register to vote. You're going to have to show ID because that's the only way that they can clean the voter rolls. Same with this whole welfare system. Everyone's going to have to re-register the whole 9 yards. And it may, if Trump, I don't think you have to look at the age. I think you have to look at the cognitive portion of Trump. If he's still able to do it and is of sound mind, because we've seen the last administration, the other side of the aisle really doesn't care about that. And I seen the comment about in the chat about Hillary Clinton's not in jail. I don't know. I haven't personally seen Hillary Clinton. I don't think anybody has. But there's enough circumstantial stuff out there to say that maybe some of these people either have been dealt with or being dealt with. Just look at the story that come out today with Ukraine.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but there are people within Zelensky's cabinet that are leaving the country because there's quite a few $1 million that have come up missing. And this was done through an audit through the U.S. Treasury. And now there's rumors that old Zelensky may be going bye-bye.
Yep, that just came out. Somebody had said in chat that he stepped down, but I didn't hear that. I heard about people that were around him did step down and are getting the heck out of there because of what was discovered. I did hear that today as well, yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? After, I mean, the timing of it is incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
just when we think nothing's happened with the Ukraine and Russia, you know, and LW brings that up. Well, he didn't end it like he said he was going to, but now is it because he didn't do that because he wanted all this exposed and he was waiting for this and Biden time? I mean, I don't know. It just it's hard to figure out. It really is.
Well, yeah, and I just think there are so many moving
Parts.
pieces to this that we only, if there is anything at play, which I truly believe there is, we only get one shot at this. And
Correct.
you look at Mimi's comment where she talked about Bill and Hillary were no show in front of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who told Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro to pipe it down, because those two got arrested for defying a congressional subpoena.
Yep.
So why hasn't Bill and Hillary been cuffed up? Because supposedly, I was told that they got rid of their Secret Service detail and they are in the wind. But if we can find Osama bin Laden in a house in Abbottabad, Pakistan, we can find these two clowns.
Right. So what are they thinking? They're just not. It just all is just insanity. It's just been insanity all the way
Yep.
around. And every day it is something new and there's a new twist. And I wanted to bring this up real quick. I don't even know if this is a big deal or not, but this just kind of hit me in a weird kind of way that Melania posted this 12 hours ago. I had no idea this was coming about, but did you guys see this? She has Muse Films. It's her new production company, and coming out January 30th of 2026 is called Melania, the film, exclusively in theaters worldwide. So is it a documentary about Melania or what? And why does she have a production company? I don't get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Well, my gut feeling is this is maybe quote unquote part of the Great Awakening.
What's she going to show in that film? January
Exactly.
30th of 2026. That was my first thought. She just had her book, Melania, out. So does she really need a film out that talks about herself? Maybe. Maybe that's her first film, but what else has been in production? And
Right.
I don't know about you guys, but I never heard anything about this till I saw this a little while ago. I never heard her talk about that or rumors about that or anything. It just, boom, popped up out of nowhere. And it's called Muse, M-U-S-E, Films.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some meaning
It's
to
a way to
that.
make income. Who knows?
And
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have enough dough. That's right.
Right.
We need more.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you guys feel about me turning the phones on?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
let people call in, and no real rules, but it would be nice if you guys had something that maybe you were thankful for, something you're grateful for, or Thanksgiving story, your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving. Or if you got a question for Jeff, we'll open the phone lines up and give you guys an opportunity to call in tonight. Appreciate everybody for being here.
Yeah.
Let me
After
turn
the
this
turkey
on.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me a minute to turn it on, but I'll get it turned on here in a second.
And you know what, Pappy Two Bears, who knows? I know, I'm part of Central Casting as well, but I haven't actually gone to an event because it's too far away for me. I'm like, if you're in my little area, then I'll do it. But otherwise, if it's down far away from me, it's not worth my time because you do 12-hour stints and the pay is not that great. But there's a lot of people that do enjoy it. But I joined it due to a friend's encouragement and just to find out what the process is and how they work so I could see behind the scenes of the actual company. It's quite interesting, actually.
Sorry, Tammy, just putting everything together here.
You go ahead.
Getting the phones all set up, put the number on the screen for everybody so they can call in.
Oh, and the clothing link, yeah. So some people have already said they're going to put their clothing items on their Christmas list of wants, and somebody has already ordered some things apparently as well. So that's good news. LW and I are going to do that over this next couple days as well because we didn't get the heads up early ahead of you guys. You guys are actually ahead of us. So we're going to put our little orders in as well. And I think it's wonderful. It's great for, like I said, Christmas presents, the new year, just being part of being this channel and being a patriot and all that good stuff. Just to wear those shirts and the badges and what they represent is incredible and amazing. And we also have, not just that, we have specialty ones. We have firefighter ones, which I'm going to get one of those for my son, who's a firefighter. And we have also different psalms and different sayings as well. So I think those are really good as well.
I think I'm gonna get my dad one of the military ones since he served in the Army. I think I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
I think that one looks really cool.
Yeah, they all look really phenomenal, actually.
Yeah, so since he served in the Army, you got to get him like a Marine Corps one.
That would be funny.
That's like all of my siblings, all the girls, they were all in the Army, and all of us boys were in the Navy. So that's
Wow.
all we.
All right, so Jeff B., how many siblings do you actually have, if you don't mind sharing that with us?
7.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I guess
All right,
my
so
parents.
here's-
I guess my parents were bored quite a bit.
317-1776. I'm paying attention to the call lines, and I do have producer in with us too. So in case it doesn't work right, we can get on it real quick. I'm hoping we don't have any problems, but just in case, we do have a producer in here with us. So grateful for that, and yeah, I'm happy that everybody maybe gets a chance to share some of those wonderful T-shirts with family and friends for the holidays, for Christmas. And I appreciate War Machine putting all this back together for us. I know he's been working his tail off to make that happen for us, so I appreciate all of his hard work, and Jeff and his crew putting the website together. I know they were putting that together and working hard on it. So it's going to come with a couple of quirks, I'm sure, but we'll work through it. We'll make adjustments as need be. And don't forget, we also have the coin giveaway. Tammy, we got to talk about that probably sometime tomorrow and pick a date. And then we'll be announcing the date for the coin giveaway, I would say by Monday night, because Monday is cigars and brandy with Jeff B Monday night. So that'll probably be the night that we announce the coin giveaway date. So you won't want to miss that. And it's going to be here real soon. And anybody who has bought a coffee for October and November, all the way up until whatever date we pick in December, you guys are qualified for that coin giveaway. We got 8 coins that we're going to give away. Silver, 1 full silver ounce coins. And Tammy has them in her possession. I have the special one that Kaiser sent us, Tammy, that I need to probably mail to you so you can get it and give that out. But yeah, just Christmas right around the corner, and obviously Thanksgiving kicks it all off, and then it seems like one thing after another until we get to the first of the year, and then boom, it's even crazier than that. So this year goes by super fast next year, right on the horizon. And we got our first caller tonight, so we're going to give her a shot and see if you guys can hear. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. Good evening, caller. Where are you from? What's your name?
Nope, can't hear.
You guys can't hear?
No.
I can't hear either. It's coming in on my computer, I think.
I can't find Buy Me a Coffee. The mods do drop the link for Buy Me a Coffee in the chat, Mrs. 1967411's, but thank you for saying that. So the mods will drop the link in there for you to be able to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carlene. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Outlandish Patriot, and as well as Mimi. I think Mimi's in here tonight. So they'll be able to drop that link in there for you to be able to buy us a coffee. That's great.
Oh, okay. So I just got a message from a producer. That was them that called in. They were testing it. They said it works fine. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and call in, you guys. Maybe you can even tell us your Christmas wish or what you think is going to happen for the first of the year, the end of this year. I just really can't believe, you guys, that we are at the end of November. We got one more month left. It flew by. It seems like Trump just got re-elected back into the presidency, and here we are at the end of the year, already. It's crazy to me. Time does fly. That is true.
Hey, we got another caller. I'm going to answer it here in just a second, but I wanted to respond to, I think it's Diane's comment about silver being at $56.80 an ounce right now.
Wow. Okay.
For those of you who bought silver years ago when we were putting it out there with Miles Franklin, Andy from Miles Franklin, silver was at $18 an ounce back then, Tammy. $18 to $21 an ounce. So for those of you who bought that back then with us, you more than doubled your money. Mm-hmm. Good time to cash in. So let's go ahead and bring this caller in. Welcome, caller, to LWN tonight. What's your name? Where are you from?
Can't hear him.
Hey, how are you doing, David? I think they're coming. I'm doing well. How was your Thanksgiving? Good. Yeah, go for it.
Can't hear him.
Okay, just a second. So the caller's asking Jeff a question. I know you guys couldn't hear it because it's coming through the computer instead of through the system. So producer's working on it. So give us just a minute here. But he was wanting to know, can you repeat that one more time, caller? You want me to ask Jeff about something that blew up and was Hedseth the one that gave the order? Is that correct? Gotcha. So are you talking about the boats that were coming from Venezuela? Oh, okay. So Jeff, the caller wants to know that there was a couple of boats coming from Venezuela and they hit one of the boats and there was a couple of survivors. And so they hit it again. And he would like to know if that order was given from the Department of War, Pete Hegseth. Do you know anything about that, Jeff?
Well, any order that, if the U.S. Navy or any of our armed forces, the order would start at the President of the United States, then it would go to the Secretary of Defense, Joint Chiefs, and then I believe that is South Pacific Command or South Atlantic Command CENTCOM. So yeah, indirectly it would have came from Pete Hegseth.
Okay. Well, appreciate that. And we had to hang up, and the producer's working on that because I could only hear him coming through my computer. I didn't even hear him in my earbuds, and you guys couldn't hear him either. So we're having some technical difficulties with the call in.
So while you're working on that, I'd like to bring something up here that Marjorie Taylor Greene put out there. And I know that obviously not everybody's happy with her because she's quitting, they feel. Some like her, some don't. But she had put out, and I think this is true, and I wonder if this is what's happening with a lot of people that supported Trump. She said one of the worst mistakes you can ever make is overpromise and underdeliver. It will leave people furious to the point they won't even appreciate the good things they received. Big promises have and still are being made. So I'm sure she's referencing the president and the promises he's made and he keeps making. And then the American people, in her opinion, feel that he's under delivering by those promises, but he keeps doing it. So I wonder if part of what she's saying is true. I mean, no matter what her background is, no matter what you feel about her, what I'm trying to do is listen to what people have to say, whether I like them or not, and then taking what they have to say and process it. Because Tucker and Sean Ryan are along the same vein of that. It's not that they don't support the president and they don't love America, but anytime you kind of question the president or what is going on, or we're told some things are going on, but we're not seeing results like we expect, we get disappointed, and they feel kind of the same way. Nobody, I don't think, can honestly say that we feel like America is being put first. President Trump ran on that, America first, make America great again, and all that on and on that we've heard. But do you really feel, when you step back, do you really feel that's what he's doing now? Because we're still giving money to other countries. We're still worried about Israel. We're still worried about other things out there when our own people are suffering. And I really think people have vocal fatigue. They're tired of hearing things and not seeing action. So I kind of agree with what she had to say.
Jeff?
Well, I'll just say this. One, I never particularly cared for her. But how in 5 years do you accumulate $24 million on a $180,000 a year salary?
Mm-hmm.
True.
So I think a lot, this is just my personal opinion. I think a lot of these people are going to be given a choice. We're taking your assets as part of Executive Order 13848. You're going to get to retire with benefits, or some of them without benefits, and you're going to disappear. I do think that there is a lot of people that are frustrated with Trump, because sometimes I get tired of listening to him. Every time that he talks, it's almost like it's a campaign speech again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get that. But on the flip side of that, how much does he really want to talk about and can't? I think there's a lot of...
I'm sure there's a shitload.
Yeah.
Right.
But hasn't there always been with every president, whether they're good or bad? I mean, but he ran on action,
Yes.
action, action. And yes, he's done his part. A lot of the administration really hasn't done their part. I mean, you look at Doge. I found out they lied about Doge. The article that came out that I was talking about, it came out hours after I talked about it, that it was a total lie. So when you have media blatantly lying. I'm not saying stretching the truth like they're used to doing, blatantly coming out with lies. It is very hard for people to find a compass and grounding of what is real and what isn't real, what is truth, what isn't truth. And is that part of the fatigue that they want, the people I mean by they, the corrupt people, the people that want us to just get tired and give up and throw our hands up and say, oh, the hell with it. Is that their end game? And if it is, then we really do need to support the president. But, we are only human, and we only know what we see out there and what we research out there. So it gets very, very frustrating. It does. It gets very fatiguing.
Well, yeah, and I agree. But this is, look at the bankruptcy of the United States. That we can prove it's not a conspiracy. It was done, but no one knows about it in theory. Just our niche group of people who watch these, type of podcasts. So, in that letter in the alphabet, it says in there that the military is the only way. And it took us, if you sit back and look at it, it took us 250 years to screw this up.
Don't remind me. You're right.
It doesn't take 250 years to fix it.
Right. And our society is such a I need it done now society, and I need to see results right now. I think we're going to, I think July 4th of next year, it's our 250th anniversary. I think if we don't see something extremely tangible by that date, President Trump's legacy could be absolutely down to nothing. Because
I don't think he'll settle for that either, though,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Right.
because he's a damn fighter. He's been fighting for this long, not to go down quietly or his legacy to fade. So there is that as well.
Well, correct, and I think the last option that he would truly want to do is to let the military handle it. Whether and I say that in a public reference, meaning that he openly comes out and lets the cat out of the bag. Because if you read all the emergency orders, all the executive orders, all the possible PEDs that are out there, it's all a roadmap. Everything is listed in there. What is happening and what's going to happen. You just, I guess, have to know how to interpret it or to read everything with an open mind and not a
Oh, God, I know. But it's so
Sorry, guys.
fatiguing.
I'm just working with producer behind
That's
the
okay.
scenes to fix the call-in stuff. That's why I'm so quiet.
That's
So
okay.
they're doing it, and I'm letting them know if I can hear it in my earbuds or not.
Good.
So
I don't know,
Okay.
Jeff B. I love the president. I have always been an advocate of his. I always talk about how much energy he has, how much he loves this country. Why would he do it? He could have a nice, quiet life. And then it's like all of a sudden, it's like I've hit a wall with him and the fact with Israel, because it's really bothering me with BB and all that. The more that I listen to other people, meaning Tucker, meaning Megyn Kelly, meaning Candace, meaning Sean Ryan, about what Israel really is and what they do. Now, not the people, so nobody try to hang me, okay? This is about the government and the corruption that we are dealing with ourselves, with our own government. All the people who want to stay rich and stay in power. That's concerning to me, because are his hands really tied? Because this has been going on. You can go all the way back and look at how they have really, we have really allowed them to dictate kind of how we behave and suck us into wars and suck us into billions and trillions of dollars in support for wars that we don't want anything to do with. And it's our people that are sacrificed for that. And I stop and think, and I'm trying to be honest and open here, what have they done for us? What have they ever done for us. And
Well,
to me, it's simple. Go ahead.
yeah, they got us into a bunch of wars, and they paid a bunch of our congressional members. I mean, and I think possibly that's why the letter in the alphabet says we're saving them for last. And I think you're starting to see some of that unfold.
Yeah, that is a saying that is out there. So is it a facade that he's friends with him and he's accommodating him? So we think,
Right.
but once again, that's us trying to make sense out of something that we don't have all the facts over. We have the facts of what they have done in the past, but what are they doing now? So that means we really do have to put all our hope and faith in Trump as the leader. God, of course, but God, that's who God has allowed to be our leader at this time as a time for this. But then, you know what? I'm going to be honest, and it comes to this. When Trump says, I don't think I can do anything that's going to get me into heaven, obviously none of us can. But somebody that's been advised and is advised by people, pastors and everything, and prayed over, he knows nothing he can do. It's by grace alone and his faith and trust and belief as Jesus is his Lord and Savior that saves him. So when he said that, that gave me pause. And then he doubled down on that on Air Force One when a reporter asked him about it. And he goes, I think I made a lot of people happy and I've done a lot of good, but so you put in the spiritual aspect when people say it's a spiritual war, but he's not saying, he's never said, I trust in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I'm following his lead. He always goes the big guy up here, but he never names them. So that also gives me pause because if you're just going by the worldly ways and us living in this world, it's one thing. But if you go on the spiritual aspect, that's a whole nother thing, because that was a monumental statement for him not to say once, but twice, when we know that everybody's eyes are on him when it comes to faith and believing. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I have to at least question it. And it's not that I should be slaughtered or I should be mocked because I question it. We are to question everything. And I have faith and hope in him, but he is just a man as well.
Yeah, and I agree with you in that aspect. But then I also look at, what I refer to as holy rollers. The people, ministers, and stuff that you know pounce the Bible, but then when the Bible is closed, they're out there, committing adultery. They're out there embezzling money. Um, one thing you can't say, no matter what Trump does, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, he's always going to be wrong. And that's he he's kind of done that to himself in many aspects. But I do believe that. Uh, this country is put down this path for a specific reason. Don't know what it is. I mean, because things happen to people everyday lives, and when it happens, you don't know why it happened. It doesn't make sense, but as time goes on, then it starts to make sense on, like with my health issues, and I had to retire early. You
Uh-huh.
know, yeah, I retired really early, and you don't know why that happens to you, but is there's another road or another path that now you're going to follow. And I question with Trump, why in the hell would you want to do this again? I mean, the way I look at it is something, either Trump's an outright liar, okay, or something catastrophic has to happen between now and the next big election, because all the progress that he has made with the country, because I believe there's a lot more progress that has to be done. But
Right.
if somebody comes in 3 years, I mean, just think, going to have elections here in 3 years for
Yeah.
president again. They can come in and undo everything he's done with a stroke of a pen. So
Yeah.
that's why I believe there's something constitutionally that's going to put this country at a pause for whatever reason, whether it was the 2020, whether it's corrupt Congress, who knows. But I do believe there's something that's going to fairly quickly that's going to have to present itself, and even not even getting to the big election. Hell, we're 1 year away from midterms.
Yeah. What a
Okay.
mess. What a mess we're heading into those with, Jeff.
Right. So if the Democrats, get both houses, it's going to
Then
be another 2 years of impeachments and all this other nonsense. And these politicians don't care what damage they do to the country, because no matter what, they're still getting paid.
Right.
They still have their lifestyle. So with everything, with all these audits, I mean, no one's talking about how the IRS is under a 90-day audit. There's no results of it. I think they're in to maybe day 35 of the 90-day pause.
Wow.
But why are you
It's
why
not
are you doing this if nothing's going to come of it?
and nothing's out there. I want to thank Lori Confrey real quick. She bought us all 3 coffees tonight. She said, enjoying the show tonight, Mike, Tammy, and Jeff B. Thank you for coming back. No, thank you for being here, Lori. We appreciate you and everybody else that is here with us tonight. And thank you to those of you, if I missed him saying he believed in Jesus, thank you for correcting me on that. Thank you so much. Also, this is concerning here. I did not know that his pastor or spiritual advisor was arrested for what this is up here. This person said, missed that as well, because there is so much going out there. That's kind of concerning as well. Now, Trump can't help that, no, but that's just another person that is in there giving him spiritual advice that is not good. So,
Right.
it's everything. It's everything. It's the FBI, it's the CIA, it's his spiritual advisors, it's his military people, and it's like, what the H? Was our world in our country really in that bad a shape, and we were just so asleep at the wheel? I mean, it's just terrible.
Yep.
I think producer and I got the phones fixed. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring somebody in real quick, and let's give her a try. Well, there we go. All right, let's try this one. All right, welcome to LWN tonight. Caller, what's your name and where are you from? Hello. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Can't hear.
I don't know. They might have just hung up.
Can't hear him.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, he can hear you. Go ahead.
No sound.
Yes, I can. Go ahead. All right, not working. They can't hear me.
Yeah, they can't hear him in chat, and I can't hear him either.
For some reason, we're not hearing them. Okay, we're going to have to work on that after the show.
Yeah.
It's just too much of a distraction for me, Tammy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
We'll just have to turn the phones off and try and work on it after the show. Sorry, I believe that was Diamond, and she was trying to call in. So sorry about that, Diamond, and we'll get it fixed.
It's updates and everything else. It's never the same every time we turn the computer on, and it's true, you guys, because backstage. Go ahead.
I don't think people understand what we have to go through with all the software here, because once the producer gets it dialed in and it's just perfect, all it takes is a power outage, have to restart the computer, do some kind of update or whatever. And what's happening is they have created Windows 11 for PCs that now AI and Windows 11 takes over your entire computer, shuts things down, turns things on, it's controlling everything. And so
AI.
every time we do that, the producer has to go through and turn things off, turn things on, relocate things. It's a real pain in the butt, to be honest with you, to deal with it. And I really appreciate our producers, all of them that help us. But yeah, it's a real pain in the butt, and something's happened to the call-in center now where it's not working properly. So we'll have to play with it after the show's over and do a test or something. But Tammy, I appreciate you co-hosting tonight. I appreciate Jeff B being here. I appreciate Jeff B and his crew putting the website together and offering to take care of all of our merchandise for us. I'm excited for that for him. He is a patriot. He is a veteran-owned business, and he deserves our support. Jeff B has not taken one dime in 5 years that we've been on the air for anything. Just to be clear, Jeff B has not taken one dime for anything that we've ever done. So for all of you listening tonight and all you people that have been following us for years and following Jeff B, if there's anything that you ever wanted to do for Jeff B, now's the time. Like, buy this merchandise because he gets a percentage of it, and it's not a big percentage by any means, but he has put his butt on the line. He's designed this webpage for us. He's going to produce all the merchandise for us. He's going to mail it out to you. So if you want to support him and all the years that he's given to us, that's a great way to do it, is to buy the merchandise from his page and help us out, keep the lights on here and keep the internet going, and maybe fix the call-in center and also War Machine. So I do help War Machine as well. Yep. So everything that you guys help here with your coffees, with merchandise, it goes a long way. I'm not the one who benefits from this. You, the viewer, you, the listener, benefit from it because we're still on air. Jeff B is going to benefit for it because he's going to help get you your merchandise, and War Machine benefits from it because he does all the cool artwork and all the stuff to make the merchandise. So help us out, buy some merchandise for Christmas for your family and friends and for yourself. And that's really all I had to say tonight because I've been so distracted with everything else. But I wanted to put that out there. Love y'all. And Tammy, take it away, whatever direction you want to go. If you're ready to wrap it up, we can roll into final thoughts, or if you and Jeff have more that you want to share, I'm cool with that too.
Well, I think I'm pretty good. If Jeff B has something, of course, everybody wants to hear what he has to say. But like I said, this tonight, I think it's been so good. It is about launching the merchandise, and it is about catching up with people the day after Thanksgiving. We have the weekend to also eat more and recoup. We're going to get back at it on Monday, back at it with cigars and bourbon with Jeff B. And it's just been a wonderful evening so far. We don't have, as far as mugs, okay, Jeff B, you have to help me out here. So somebody's asking if we have mugs. So my question is it only available to do short sleeve t-shirts now, or can people order whatever they want and then you process it as they order it?
Yeah, I mean we're going to put the long sleeves is over on the sandbox. I mean just the merchandise that people see on there right now for LWN, it may just look like one item. But each shirt is 90 items with, at 10 colors, 9 sizes. So that's 90 individual per shirt. We're going to do to where you can do a mug and then pick a badge. So we'll kind of it'll make it a little bit quicker for the rollout. But yeah, definitely check back, if not every day, every other day, because there'll be definitely new merchandise that goes up there. And if you subscribe to the store newsletter there, you'll also get updated on it.
Yeah, so subscribe to the store and all that, and he'll keep you updated as we do this. So
there you go. Well, here's one thing. If Jeff doesn't have anything else that he wants to share, and you don't either, Tammy, before we go tonight, I asked you guys at the beginning of the show, what is one thing that you're grateful
Oh, yeah.
for this season, this year, 2025? We're days away before we roll into 2026. A whole nother year has gone by. And so as I asked Jeff and I asked Tammy to answer that question, I'm going to ask you, the viewer. I'm going to ask you guys there in chat. What is the one thing that's been so significant to you in 2025 that you are so grateful for or thankful for, that you thank God for? I'm going to answer the question last, but I'm going to go to our friend Jeff B first so that he can answer the question. In case he has to scoot, he can get out of here, and then Tammy, and then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
Well, I guess, continuing better health and that I made another year above ground.
Righto, Jeff B.
Yep. All right, guys, you have a good
Bye.
evening.
Thanks, Jeff
Thank you,
B.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm going to tie on to that with saying, I didn't talk about this, but I'm very grateful and thankful because as of the last probably 4 months out of the last year, I'm finally relaxed and calm because my husband had what should have been fatal heart attack earlier in the year. LW knew about it. And it took a while to recover, but I'm thankful because he doesn't have any side effects. He made it. He's doing fine. He's back to his old stubborn self, and we're picking on each other, and we're acting the way we always have the last 30 years. And I am very thankful that he made it through because it was the widowmaker is what he had. And at his age and stuff, he shouldn't have made it, but by God's grace, he did. So I'm very thankful for each and every day with him and that he's healthy. And sometimes I swear he's like way more energetic than me. So that is the big one for me, that after the last 3-4 months, I've been finally able to calm down, settle down, really focus on the show and enjoying my life again. Because boy, when something serious happens to someone you love like that, you can't put it into words. But that's what I'm so thankful for this Thanksgiving.
All right, I guess it's my turn. This one might be a little bit longer than Tammy's. So I'm thankful for you guys, the viewers. I'm thankful for all the people who never lost faith in LWN or LW or Tammy or Jeff B or anyone else. For all you guys who are here, as often as you possibly can be. I know that you watch other shows and people mod for other shows and all the stuff, and that's awesome. So I'm grateful that you're still here, because I'm also grateful that I kind of got a new lease on life this year. And that one was a big one for me. So what started it all is I'm trying to make some life changes. I lost a lot of weight this year. I lost over 30 pounds, and I still got about 10 to go. But I'm pretty happy that I decided that was important to my life, because honestly, I wasn't sleeping well. My health wasn't that great. And so I made that change this year. I lost the 30 pounds. I went on a amazing hike into the Seven Devils mountain range with one of my best friends from high school and some buddies. And that was life-changing as well. It gave me a new perspective on life. And then to top it all off, I went and had nose surgery about 3 weeks ago, which another life-altering change for me, for my health. Now I can actually breathe better. I sleep better. I just feel amazing. And so for me this year, what I'm most grateful for is my health. It is something that, you can definitely lose sight of that and just kind of get in one of those ruts where you just go through your days and you make it through. You wake up the next morning, you just keep doing it. And that's what I was doing. I was just kind of going through the motions of life, not really paying attention to that. And so this year, I definitely made it a point to go see a doctor and get on the right path. So that's what I'm grateful for. But that all started also with Tammy not losing faith in LWN, and you guys pushing to always want more from us and to have us still on air. And so that was a big driving force for me too, to just say, you know what, we're not going to give up on this. We're going to continue down this path. And it's been a fun journey. We're constantly changing. We're always upgrading. And you, the viewer, are our most prized possession. We just love the fact that you guys are here with us as often as you can be, and you share the message, and we have a good time. We share information, and we don't always agree. And that's probably the best part about this specific channel is I don't feel like it's an echo chamber. I don't want it to be an echo chamber. And we can bring all of our thoughts and our research and our information, and chat's always trying to inform people. We're trying to inform people. Jeff's trying to inform people. And then you can make up your own mind. You can make up your own opinion. And it doesn't have to be something that's forced or coerced or manipulated. The information's there. We give you what we know, and you guys share what you have with us. And I think it's just a wonderful place to be, and it's a safe place to be. And that's what I'm grateful for, Tammy.
That's wonderful. It's so true. I want to say thanks to MS1967411 that bought us 3 coffees tonight. They said thank you for your time. Well, thank you for being here. It is our pleasure. And I'm going to also say what LW, tag on to what he said, you guys. Not giving up the fight, because LW and I had a lot of conversations about this in the show and just going on with our lives and all that and thinking, do we even make a difference? And it was really hard to have that conversation because both him and I love this show and we love you guys and we love what we do. But we're like, do we make a difference? But I believe we do. And after many conversations, we came back. LW works his butt off and his real job hours and hours and still cuts out the time to do the show. So that proved to me that he really wants to do this. He loves what he does as well. And, his family and friends that surround him support it as well. So, there is a lot that goes into the show each and every day, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a lot of time behind the scenes, you guys, that you don't see. You get to see the fruits of our labor, but I'm going to give hats off to LW because he really does put in a lot of time and effort, and I appreciate that. I wouldn't be here if he didn't. And I think that it's wonderful that we can all get together and come here and join in this community like we always have, as if no time has passed, and we get each other through it. And I'm very grateful for that.
Well, Tammy, I think it's the end tonight. We've had a good night.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up the promo code or the QR code one more time for everybody as we're leaving. If you didn't get the QR code, this QR code will take you to Jeff's website, so that if you're interested in any of the merchandise there, the T-shirts, there's the promo code there on the screen. You can grab that. You can go to the link. You can check it out. Like Jeff said, he'll be updating and putting new merchandise in as we go. War Machine's working on new material. It's pretty awesome. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving, wonderful time with family and friends.
Good.
And my parents, are still kicking. They're still doing good. My brothers are out there with their families. So it's just 2026 has been a great year for a lot of things. And I'm very fortunate and blessed with the family and friends that I have around me, taking care of me, looking out for me, doing things for me, encouraging me. And that's a whole nother show. That's New Year's Eve, right? And we already have plans for New Year's Eve, but we're going to do a show for sure. Some type of show, Tammy, to say goodbye to 2025 and hello to 2026. It may have to be before New Year's, but we're going to do that show, and I'm looking forward to it because there's a lot to look back at for 2025 and even for the last 5 years of being on air. It's been a pretty wild ride.
It's
very
been
grateful for every bit of it. It's been challenging, to say the least. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And we've definitely walked through the fire quite a few times.
Never give up. Yep, and never give up the fight. You have to keep fighting. When you're given a mission, you can't give up. There's no such thing as quitting. Nope.
All right. Well, God bless you all.
Yep.
We will be back Monday. So Monday is Cigars and Brandy with Jeff B. So Monday night, I don't know if we'll do anything this weekend. We'll just have to see if something breaks or Tammy gets a hold of me and says, "Did you see this?" And we decide to do a show. It'll be a last minute thing for the weekend. But Monday,
Yeah.
Tammy will put the show together and put it out early Monday morning sometime for you guys to have that link. But we will be back for sure on Monday with Cigars and Brandy with Jeff B. And we'll see what's happened over the weekend, what kind of crazy stuff there is to talk about. And hopefully we'll have the call-ins taken care of by then too, so we can take some calls. So
Awesome.
love y'all. God bless.
Bye-bye. Play the wings.
Yes, there we go. Play the wing. I was just getting ready to I'm glad you said that. So we will, let me find it.
Play the wings.
All right, we're going to play the wings and we'll get out.